Welcome to week 2 of the Stitch 22 project. This week we're going to look at chain stitch. Now chain stitch is a lovely loop stitch where the thread goes underneath the needle and it forms a complete loop shape. I'll do that again on a clearer patch of fabric so you can see it more clearly. So make sure that the thread goes underneath the needle and thereby you get I let it go through very gently, a lovely loop. Now you can do these loops as tight as you like and they make quite thin lines, or you might like to do it as a big loose almost circular shape. I'll show you by not pulling it too tightly and then going into the loop again and make the next stitch to secure it without trapping the fabric as well, of course. So there you've got this nice loopy stitch forming more of a circular shape, and you've also got straighter stitches if you pull a bit tighter. I would start off with a knot with this stitch, unlike last week's straight stitch, running stitch, because it does need a securer base, and it all come undone like a complete chain, because they're all linked, of course. So this little piece is based on another little patch of my garden where looks slightly more loopy than straight lined like last week, so I thought I'd try this one. I think it's a broom, I'm not quite sure. And the colours, of course, are midwinter colours, so they're quite dark and dried looking. But there were some it's almost red patches there where it's like a rusty colour, which I thought was rather nice. So I've stitched a chain stitch inside a green one. So I'm layering my colours, and that is really good fun. You can finish the chain by just taking it to the back of the fabric and finishing off at the back. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come up somewhere else, like here, and travel backwards or even across until I start building up a whole lovely sort of tangle, if you like, of crisscrossing shapes, which I think this particular shrub looks to me probably more elongated than other shapes that might be available to be inspired by. I mean, whatever you are looking at, you choose the type of stitching that would suit it. Maybe you're looking at a landscape or being inspired by your cat or your kettle or some flowers, whatever you want to make it as your theme, as it were. So eventually this is going to be finished a little bit more than it is at the moment, and then applied onto another little travel label. I quite like the idea of the NLNI logo on a charity card showing at the top. So when I finish stitching, I shall glue that to the base, and then that will match the last week's of running stitch, so that we have two little travelling tags, luggage labels. So whatever you're inspired by, I hope the chain stitch can give you great fun to build up layers of stitching, and then a little bit of Pritt stick just to attach it to that card when you're finished to present it. And next week will be week 3 and another new stitch. So I'll see you on Monday. Bye bye. Thank you for listening.